welcome to Reuters Today. I'm Marion Bamard. UK Prime Minister Theresa May has set Britain on course to leave the EU by 2019. In her first major speech on Brexit, May said she would trigger the process to leave the EU, known as Article 50, by the end of March 2017. May has promised the UK will become a fully independent sovereign country. This is the first clear message that Britain is set to break from Europe's single market. But many investors are concerned on how deeply this will dent the UK economy in the next few years. Already, the sterling has felt the heat this morning off the back of the news hitting 7-week lows. The pound lost more than 1% against the US dollar in September alone, in its largest monthly fall since June. Now let's take a look at what else is on the radar this morning. Investors eyeing Deutsche Bank shares after the German bank said that it's throwing its energies into reaching a settlement with U.S. officials before next month's presidential election. The German giant has so far avoided a fine of up to $14 billion for mis-selling mortgage-backed securities. Shares rose 6% after reports came out late Friday that Deutsche and the U.S. officials were close to agreeing on a settlement of about $5.4 billion instead. ING Group also in the spotlight this morning after announcing that it plans to cut 7,000 jobs, mostly in Belgium and the Netherlands. The largest Dutch-based financial services company wants to shift gears and invest heavily in its digital platforms in order to save €900 million annually by 2021. And lastly, staying on banks, Nordea must boost its core capital from end of June level. The Nordic region's biggest bank said on Monday after a review by the FSA, Sweden's financial watchdog that is. Nordea said it expects to be closer to meeting its capital and dividend policy targets when it presents Q3 results. Let's turn now to markets to see how we stand in early trade. The FTSE 100 is almost up by about 1% at the moment, while the FTSE Reuters 300 lower this morning off the back of course, the banking stocks trimming those gains we saw on Friday, and, of course, with ongoing concerns over the U.S. fine on Deutsche Bank and the weak Italian banking sector. And before we go, British companies expect a surge in output in the final quarter of the year despite the recent slowdown. A new survey by the Confederation of British Industry suggests the UK is largely coping with the shock vote to leave the European Union. The growth indicator, based on a poll of companies, fell to +3 in the third quarter of 2016, down from +8 in the 3 months to August. The measures showed manufacturing output grew off the back of weaker sterling, boosting exports. But retailers and consumer services remain broadly flat at the moment, and of course business services fell slightly. And that's it for now. Don't forget you can follow us on Twitter at Reuters Insider, and of course watch more videos online at Reuters.com. I'm Marion Bamard, and this is Reuters.